fighting game is something so great.
Hey guys, this is Gabriel, aka Cyberbully God for Kobra Kawaii Gaming, and I want to teach you guys fighting games, alright? So, I've watched a lot of videos online and tutorials, and a lot of these videos seem to hope that you have some level of experience and don't take you from ground zero the first day you get your first fighting game. So what I want to do is I want to teach the people who have no idea how to play fighting games how to play them, so they have some level of experience, so they can play it as a hobby, maybe after work, relaxing, or if you want to be more competitive, you don't immediately get washed online. So I'm going to teach you all the fundamentals that apply to all fighting games, not just certain brands, as well as terminology and just understanding all the aspects of the FGC or fighting game community world. All right, let's get into it. All right, let's talk about the different types of fighting games you guys can play, because there's like a wide variety of fighting games that you can choose from. All right, so let's break down. So we got 2D fighters. All right, this is generally where it all started. Think of Street Fighter, the original Mortal Kombat, and stuff like that. These are requiring precise inputs and combos. They reign supreme, perfect for those who are into love strategic duels and mastering intricate sequences. Then we get into 3D fighters, games like Tekken, that demand exceptional movement in a 3D space, so you're not just going back and forth, you have a whole 3D movement, as well as backgrounds that generally are play part of in the game. Especially in Tekken, where you have platforms that can break on you. You've got multi-levels. You can be bouncing off the walls, things like that. And then we've got anime fighters. So it's probably like what you're thinking of. These are games like Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue, Uni. Alright, very fast-paced and flashy. These games are perfect for action enthusiasts who crave high-level, high-end octane combat, aerial combos, and stunning visuals. And then we've got weapon-based fighters. So these are Samurai Showdown and Soul Calibur, where you have weapon-based combat requiring mastery of spacing, timing, and attacks. And then finally, you have arena and platform fighters. So the games like Brawlhalla, Smash Brothers, where you're fighting on top of platforms, trying to knock down your opponent while dodging attacks. All right. Alright, so let's talk about some things that you might want to consider when choosing a fighting game. So let's start off with personal preference. Do you gravitate towards combos, quick moves, or decisive attacks? Strategy is something that you think about when you want to play a fighting game, so that's something that you might want to process. We have character appeal. What does the character look like? You got your waifus. Do you like traditional martial artists? Do you like monster creatures? So that might be something that you might think about when you're choosing the character, how they look and how they play. Complexity. A little bit complexity and character appeal crossover a little bit, depending on, you may like the look of a character, but you look at that move set and it might be really deep on complexity. Also, different games have different levels of complexity. So some games like Tekken, their complexity goes back to the 90s, where they have characters that are legacy player characters that have just stacked their moves since the 90s. As well as there's some characters in games like Street Fighter where pretty much anyone new can kind of jump in pretty easily, because the move sets haven't stacked on top of each other. You do have some characters that, like Ryu, Ken, and Chun-Li, that have been around since back then, but their move sets aren't like 80 moves deep in, like Tekken can be. So you might want to think about that. And then we have community and competitive scene. So community and competitive scene, so it could be your area, people around you that you want to play with, your arcades and game shops. Do they have a community for fighting games? Do they have a fight night that you can go over and play? Do you have Discords? The Discord situation that you can go find people to play with? What's your competitive scene look like? what you look like locally, your town, your region, East Coast, West Coast, whatever. And then you go national tournaments. So that might be something also to think about. All right, let's talk about the lore of fighting games. Um, what draws us into the fray? All right, a lore of fighting games isn't just the thrill of competition, but it's the adrenaline rush from close matches and the satisfaction of landing that perfect combo that you've been working on for a long time, and the critical mind games that you can be playing against the opponent. Whether you're a casual or competitive contender, fighting games offer something unique for every blend of tactics, skill, and pure adrenaline. It's just a mishmash that's really great. As we delve into the realm of fighting games, remember, fighting games is more than just button mashing. It's a symphony of skill and strategy. So, subscribe to Kobra Kawaii Gaming for tips, tutorials, and a supportive community that's got your back. Until next time, this is Cyberbully God signing off. Stay fierce, level up, and let's embrace our inner fighters.